LS1.
Hey, Matt just drove out of a really busy intersection in this Corvette convertible. It's a 1999 Chevrolet Corvette. This car is really cool because I'm driving it around town really lightly for the most part. And it's not a car like the Dodge Viper where you can't really do that. You know, Viper is just a really brute car. And the Corvette's just not. It's cool because you can drive it really fast. You can drive it aggressively, but you can also drive it normally. This car is interesting because it's a 14-year-old car. My dad bought it new back in '99, and it's only got 41,000 miles on it. So the car's, you know, it's babied. So, you know, it still has its squeaks and rattles. It's a 14-year-old car. And right now these will retail for about 20,000 or so. Well, not really retail because they're not retailing. But you can pick one of these up for about 20,000. So it's, you know, a car didn't hold its value like a lot of other cars, a lot of other really expensive cars. But you get a good bang for the buck because this car has the LS1, which is a 5.7 liter V8, introduced in '97. It puts out 345 horsepower, 350 foot-pounds of torque. And that may not sound like a lot, but back in '99, that was a lot of power. So, and in a car like this that only weighs 3,300 pounds, that's, you know, the car moves. Chevy says this car will take you to 60 in 4.7 seconds. I see another cop, they're crawling today. And it'll take you through the quarter mile at 13.2 seconds at 109 miles an hour. So, you know, even by today's standards, that's still pretty quick. And you really feel it, you know, on the butt dyno. I mean, this car, you get it in the right gear, you just ride this torque mountain up, you know. It's a really cool car. What Chevy did with the C5 back in '99, or really '97 when they came out, is they relocated the transmission, which is a Warner T-56 transmission, to the back of the car, and they drove it with a torque tube. And the way that works is it's got a clutch on the back of the engine, just, you know, like a normal manual transmission car, except it's got a torque tube that goes to the back of the car where the transmission is, and that's how it drives it. It's got a transaxle. What that does is it makes for a 50-50 weight distribution, which is really good. You know, it makes the car handle great. This car is equipped with active handling, which was an option, and the magnetic ride control, which is really cool. You can change your suspension stiffness in real time. So right now it's in performance, which is the stiffest setting. What this car also has is, as part of the active handling package, is competition mode. What competition mode is, you have 3 modes of traction and active handling in this car. Can I keep going to East Islip, or?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. It has 3 modes of traction control and active handling. First mode is traction and handling on. You know, that's the way it is when you get in the car and turn the key. One press of the... Really? This person is doing a U-turn in the middle of the road. When you press it once, that'll turn both active handling and traction control off. You press it and hold it, that'll put it in competition mode, which is the third mode. What competition mode is it still lets you play a little bit, but it'll catch you if you make a mistake. It turns off traction control, which it reduces engine power and uses the brakes to stop the wheels from spinning. But it still leaves active handling on, which uses yaw sensors to tell you, if the car is going around a corner too sharply, if it's going to slide out, active handling will catch the car. And that's really good because, everyone knows if you're driving on a track, you don't want to slide off the track. You may want to slide around the turns a little bit, and that's all well and good. And that's why you have the other mode, which is you turn it all off. Now, this car especially is equipped with the optional magnesium wheels, which they don't save a lot off the stock wheels, only about pound difference, but you can feel that pound difference in the wheel. It weighs 17 pounds in the front and 21 in the back. So, it makes for a really good handling car. Speaking of handling, this car, it loves the twisties. There's another Corvette there. It loves the twisties. They'll take you, it'll roast the tires off the line, do all the really cool straight line stuff. But if you want to go on a mountain road, something like that, ride around first, second gear, it'll do that. It's cool like that. So it's a really versatile car, and that's why Corvettes are generally really just awesome cars. I mean, I love Corvettes. I'm not going to hide that. I'm proud of that. And oops, okay, turn here. Second gear. I don't know why that guy's back down the road. Okay. See, just went around that corner like it was nothing. The car really grabs the road. But anyway, and like I said before, you can pick these up for about $20,000, which in today's dollars, I mean, if you're going out and buying a car, you want, a good car that, you're a bachelor, a single person, whatever it is, and you want a car you can mess around with, this is a great car to do that. But it's also not something to be handled lightly. This car, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing, like I was, it can get away from you. Like, for example, the first time I really took this car up, to the red line, I missed second gear, and I felt like a real schmuck. But, I just wasn't ready for it. So that's the thing. You really want to test drive this car first before you really, go for it. Okay. Now, this car is a lot of people, what they have the issue with Corvettes is, that was bad. What they have the issue with is the seats. Now, it could just be that I've never been in anything better, but I don't find the seats to be that bad. See, maybe we'll take it up. See, that's half throttle, and I just rode the torque curve all the way up to like 65 miles an hour, and it took it like it was nothing. A lot of cars, you're downshifting to the red line to do that. This car doesn't. It has a lot of torque, and it's geared really well. This car has a 342 rear axle, which is great for... See, that's fifth gear. It's great. That's a cool car. It's great for around town, highway, on the track, anything you really want to do. A 342 is a really good axle. This car is, it's interesting because this car will get 30 miles to the gallon. Station wagon. it'll get 30 miles to the gallon on the highway. Sorry, I love doing that. This is such a cool car. It'll get 30 miles to the gallon on the highway. That's because of the torque that the engine makes is enough to turn a 0.5 overdrive in 6th gear in this car. So at 70 miles an hour, this car is turning 1,400 RPMs. And, you know, you just get great mileage with that. And that's what makes this car really cool. You know, I'll go over the exterior. The exterior of this car is really awesome. It's magnetic red. It's sort of like a candy almost, except it really shines. It's really nice. The interior is a mix of black and beige, and I think it's a good combination. You know, they go really well together. You know, I can't really put it into words, but I feel really comfortable when I get in this car. It's got a great sound system. I don't really listen to the radio much while I'm driving because, you know, I'm trying to concentrate. But, you know, when I'm riding in the car as a passenger, I enjoy it. You know, the sound system is by Bose. It's got a 12 CD changer in the back and a single CD up here. So in all you have 13 CDs, and in an age, you know, the late 90s, when CDs were all the rage, that was really good. So, you know, this is just really, it's an all-around good car. You know, I'm trying to explain, you know, the feelings that I get when I get in this car. It's a feeling of general euphoria. Go get it. It's a feeling of general euphoria. It's just this car will put a smile on your face. I mean, it does to me, and it does to a lot of other people, and that's why Corvettes have been around so long. They've been around since 1953. Not a lot of cars can say that. You know, not a lot of manufacturers can say, we make a car that people love so much, we've been able to make it for over 60 years. Actually, 60 years this year. But anyway, to really wrap this up, because we're almost home. If you're looking for a good sports car that gets good mileage, isn't a Miata, has great power, is really fast. This car will top out at 173 miles an hour. Now, I've never gone up to that fast at all, but I've been, you know, decently fast. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I gotta wrap it up. I gotta work on this. If you're looking for a good car, this is it. The Corvette, the C5, it's a beautiful car. It works really well for what people need. Oh, there's my mom. Anyway, wrap this up. I'm Matt. Yes, it's got to be registered. Anyway, that's about it.